What's up guys, it's Leslie and welcome to my shitty channel. Today I'm going to be doing a get to ready with me. Basically I am just going to get ready. So I've already primed with my Hangover Primer by Too Faced and Optical Illusion by Urban Decay. Because I am using a clay stick foundation today by Tarte. I've only used this a few times and I've loved it so far, but I have really dry skin and it being a clay doesn't dry my skin out necessarily, but I need some extra moisture, which is why I use those two. So I'm just going to go in and do a couple of lines with the clay. Oh, am I in? Just doing a couple of dabs here and there. And I'm ready to go. And then I'm going to be using the Tarte concealer. I am in the shade Light Neutral. Just doing a few dots of that under the eyes. Oh crap, you know what I wanted to use is an under eye corrector because these bad boys are real dark. But oh well, that's fine. So I just got done doing my brows and I set my under eyes with a little bit of loose powder. Now I'm going to do the skin first before we get into the eyes because the eyes are super simple. But to get this more glowy bronzy look, I go in with a cream contour rather than my powders that I usually use. I'm actually really new to doing cream contour. I've done it a few times. I wouldn't say I'm like excellent at it. So I'm just going to jump in, show you what I do. If you guys have better methods of doing cream contour, please leave your comments below. My issue is I feel like it always gets super patchy in this area. Even if I go over it with powder, like it almost like picks up all of my products that I have on underneath like foundation and whatnot. So yeah, if you have a better way of doing this, like please leave your suggestions below. I don't know what I'm doing. So what I'm using as product today is this Stila. It's a foundation. It's a cream foundation. It comes with a little concealer at the top. Really cute. It is in the shade Caramel 12. So I'm going to go in and kind of draw in where I want the contour to go in. I'm going to do one side at a time so it's not crazy. Okay, making sure I'm recording. And then I like to do from my hairline in, like that. And depending on the day, I'll use a different brush. Today I'm going to try this is a Dermablend brush. I got this for gratis one time from work. I'm just pushing this in. Actually, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just blending it in, really. Oh gosh, my hair is in that way. I think this is working better, is pushing it in like this and like dragging it slightly. Yeah, that works. Sometimes when I'm like pouncing on my face, it makes my eyes like twitch and it's so weird. It's like I'm hitting a nerve or something and my whole face just starts to like twitch out of control. And then actually by the end of it sometimes my face like doesn't feel right. Like I've been pushing on too many nerves. Did anybody have that problem? Because it's kind of scary. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So I have my contour on. Now I'm going to go in with some Liquid Glow by Anastasia. I'm not taking a ton of this because I feel like the more liquid highlighter I use on top of any liquid products, the more it like picks up and breaks up and cracks. So I'm just doing a really light amount. This just kind of like enhances the highlight that I'm going to put on top. Taking that on my Morphe sponge. Just at the high points of the skin. avoiding where I'd put powder on for my under eyes. It's going to look really subtle when you're first doing it, but I definitely feel like this step enhances the highlight that we put on top. Same thing with the contour. If we use cream contour underneath a powder, contour or bronzer, it really just like enhances the color. Makes it a little bit more apparent, but not like heavy. I'm just doing like this little C-section. I'm so dumb. Okay, and then I'm taking whatever's left on my brush. Right about the lip, I put powder there, so that's gonna look weird. Yeah, that looks great. Next, I'm gonna be doing the rest of my face. I'm just gonna do a little bit of bronzer using, well, I'm just gonna throw on some Hoola bronzer on top of all of this. I'm also going to bake under my contour just to mess with the lines that it's created. And I'm just using that same Too Faced powder. Just want to clean everything up. That's all I'm doing for my contour and bronzer today. That Hoola shade is really neutral, so it almost like acts as your contour and bronzer. So yeah. I have not primed. What have I done? When I do this more like simple look and I'm trying to like rush and get ready, I don't even put primer on, to be honest. I just use like my foundation usually. So if I use a liquid, I'll just go over it with my sponge, but I'll just do a couple of dabs of that and then translucent powder, and then I'm good to go. So the reason I like doing that, especially with this kind of look that's so simple, is because it almost allows some of my pigment from my eyelids through. It's not quite as blank of a canvas, and I kind of like that. I want to use my natural tiredness to enhance it, you know? So I'm just going in with a fluffy brush, the Tartelette and Bloom palette. I'm going in with this shade here, Smarty Pants, and I'm taking that and the color right above it, kind of mixing that together. And literally, it's just like this shadow and like a highlight. So I'm going all over my lid with those two shades. I'm taking more of that cooler tone one and bringing that into the crease. And then blending all of that out with a clean brush. So I'm taking the same shades right under the eyes, very close to the lash line. About 3/4 of the way in, and then connecting the outer portion. Okay. And then if you really want like a super glowy look, you can use a shimmery shadow all over the lid. I actually tend to keep my eyes matte when I do a really glowy look. I don't know why, I just like that way, and I just do a little bit of highlight on the brow bone. So just to give it a little bit more warmth and blend it out a bit better, I'm taking Beaches and Cream by Makeup Geek, throwing that through the crease. Okay, so I have my mascara on. Now I'm going in with the glow. So for my highlight, I typically use the Morphe 501. I love this guy. It's perfect and tapered, and it just like hugs my little cheekbone here. So I'm using, I think I'm going to be using 1, 2, 3 highlighters. I know it's a little extra, but really like that's how you get the glow. At least I just like this combination. I don't know, I'm just extra. So what I'm doing is I'm going into the Laura Geller Gilded Honey. So this one's a bit like of a darker gold. Not darker gold, but it's a bit more on the true gold side, which I don't know if it's as flattering on my skin tone. When I'm tanner, it definitely looks, I love it. It looks really good. But right now I'm just not very tan, and I don't do self-tanner at all, so I have to pair this up with like other colors. So I'm gonna go on top of that with Champagne Pop, And you can never have enough glow. Oh, good. Okay, and then lastly, I'm taking Gator Wings from the Swamp Queen palette. I mostly just bought it for the highlight because it's freaking gorgeous. I'm beaming right now. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's beautiful. So going over all of that with a wet sponge just to pick up any of the excess powder and press it in so it doesn't look quite as like obvious and powdery. And then I'm going over it with my brush that I used my bronzer on. No extra product, this just helps to blend everything in. For blush today, I'm using Milani's Luminoso. It's this like peachy pink color. And I'm going in with a 510 by Morphe. So I'm just gonna use a nude today for my lips. This is Caramello by Stila. It smells like cake and it's delicious. On other days when I'm trying to spice this look up a bit, I will use Jeffree Star's Androgyny, but for today I just want to do a nude because nudes are my best friend, so here we go. That's it for this look. My camera cut out and it didn't record me putting a bit of nose highlight and then my cupid's bow and a brow bone. And then I put on a little bit of mascara on my bottom lashes. But that's about it, so it's nothing crazy. But yeah, this is how you get this look. I hope you guys like it. I do. The amount of times I have to cut out me burping in a video is ridiculous. Leave your suggestions down below. Let me know what you want to see next. I've been hearing a couple people asking for brow tutorials. I do my brows a different way every time. So like today was just a lazy eyeshadow day. There are some times where I do it a lot more like fleeky, and then there's just a lot of ways that I do my brows. So if you would like to see that video, hit that thumbs up and I'll do it. I'll see you next time. Bye. I'm stuck. Okay.